Hello, lovelies. It's good to be finally back after taking some time away from recording videos. As you know, now I have a little baby and it's taken a lot of my time, but I am trying my very best to still keep my videos coming. So in today's video, I'm sharing my birth story with all of you, and I hope that this story would inspire you, educate you in some ways, and I hope that you are able to pick some inspiration from this story. So if you don't want to miss anything, stay tuned and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, people. So it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster experience, and I'm excited to be finally back in good health, have my baby. That was all I was praying for and expecting, and I thank God to have taken me through this journey to be back here again. It was a miracle. I said it was a roller coaster because of how the whole process went. I mentioned in my 39 weeks pregnancy update how we were booked for a C-section on the 20th of August because baby was breached at the moment. And then during the week, we were called again. The 20th that was given to us was brought forward. On the 17th morning, my husband and I, prepared everything. The previous night, I had to go through a fasting, I think around from 9 p.m. to the following day. I didn't have to eat. So I did fasting for the whole night. And then the morning, we went to the hospital. When we arrived there was one other couple waiting and we were second in line. So God willing, we didn't waste time there at all. Within about 20 minutes, everything was done, and then we were taken to the recovery room to settle down, and then the process will begin. The doctor came back and did a scan, a final scan, to know the position of the baby so that we can just go in for the delivery. And guess what happened? Baby turned head down again, meaning that she was no more breached. So at this point, the doctor said, now you have lots of options. You can decide to either go home and when you are in labor, you come back, or decide to have the CS, or we decide any other means we want to have our baby. So we were like, okay, now we are at a tight spot. We have to make a decision instantly. So my husband and I talked about it. He was for the C-section instantly, but I was like, oh, please, I want to have the experience. I want to go through like the labor process and all that. So we decided to go for induced labor to prevent baby from turning again, because she's been a very, very active baby. We were taken to triage, we settled down in triage, and then they injected the medication for the induced labor.
Hey guys, we are now starting an induction process, so we are hoping that things go well so we can have our baby in our arms soon enough. Yeah, so unfortunately and fortunately baby turned head down, so we decided to cancel the CS and rather have an induction. And as you can hear her heartbeat, she's anxious to get here and excited.
And it started. After an hour before I started feeling the pain, it was more mild at the beginning. So as it was progressing and progressing, I told myself I do not want to have any medication. But then when it was going on and I realized the pain was just excruciating, I went for some paracetamol. After paracetamol, a couple more hours, I just couldn't bear it. I was like, no, as for now, I need something stronger. So I was given another medication that was a little stronger than paracetamol. I'm not going to mention medication names because I don't want someone just going to be taking medications without prescription. So I'll leave that out. Then the whole day passed, nothing happened, no show, except for excruciating pain. I just do not know how to describe the pain. It's just excruciating. Even though I used to have painful menstrual cramps, This was nothing compared to painful menstrual cramps. No, it's nothing compared to it. So the day went by, it was late in the night. So I told my husband, you know what? You should just go home and take a good night rest because we don't know the following day how it's going to be. So around 12 a.m., I asked him to go. He left and went home, took a good night rest, and then came back the following day around 7:30. And we continued the journey. We're going through the process, and still there was no dilation going on, nothing. So they had to reinsect another of the medication. And still, the pain was just increasing and increasing, and still nothing good happening. And I remember the midwife came and checked and said I was only 2 centimeters dilated, and that's nothing at all. So that was day two. So day two came to an end, and I asked my husband to go to sleep around 10 something. And around 1 a.m. ish, all of a sudden, I was feeling this excruciating pain. Then I stood up before I realized, oh, my water broke. That was day three. My water broke, so I was so excited and in pain at the same time. I was excited because I was feeling okay, meaning we are getting closer, and I was in pain too, but I had to manage. So I called my husband and said, hey, babe, my water broke. Can you come back quickly? He came back. I was thinking things were just going to move fast. With this, the midwives asked us to pack up so that we'll go to the labor ward. We were moved from there to the labor ward, and then the pain now became like extra, extra, extra excruciating. I just cannot take it any longer. So at that time, I decided, no, people, I can't take this. I need something more stronger. So I asked for the gas and air. I thought that would help me, but I realized it wasn't. And at that point, I can't even tell if it was effective or anything. Sorry, guys, somebody was crying and I had to go for her quickly. So let's continue. I had to ask for the gas and air, and I took the gas and air, and just to realize that it's not effective. I can't really feel anything because when I take it in, I'm supposed to feel like high so that the pain, I'll just kind of forget about the pain or something of that sort. But when I take it in, nothing is happening. So at that point, I was like, no way, please, I can't take this pain anymore. So I asked for epidural, and then they took me through the process for the epidural. It was calm, it was fast, it was easy. I didn't really feel any pain at all when the epidural was put in. So I have to kind of, when the pain is becoming high and I cannot feel the epidural working, I have to kind of increase it. So I was regulating it so I don't have too much of it. So yeah, it was good. At that point, everything settled down, and yeah, I was having fun a little bit, enjoying myself, having conversations with my husband and calling home, calling mom, calling my siblings, because everybody was calling and trying to find out whether everything was okay. And it was amazing. But then the midwife came and checked again, and I was stuck at 4 centimeter dilation. It wasn't progressing anymore. During the whole process, baby's heartbeat was being monitored as well. So as the monitoring was going, I realized no, baby's heartbeat was going down. The midwife realized it, and we all said no. At this point, the way it's going, we have to just do something. I talked to my husband and I'm like, please, let's just go and have the CS. So at that point, I was so mad at myself. In my mind, I was like, why didn't I even go for the CS on the 17th when we arrived? All this pain and all these things would have just ended. But then I would say, well, it gave me the experience, so not bad. The doctors came and then we made all the arrangements. We signed the document we had to sign. I was taken to the theater and a baby was taken out. At that time, it was around 1 a.m. on Friday. So we went there on Tuesday, the whole of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, my water broke. Then on Friday at 1 a.m., before we finally had our baby in our arms. She was one pretty gorgeous baby, very, very big, as we said. At birth, she was 3.6 kilograms at birth, 3.6 kilograms, which is quite huge, almost 4 kilograms. And that was the process. It was tough, but it was so worth it. When I saw my baby's face, oh my God, I was in tears already. And she was such a pretty, pretty little girl. She looked just like her dad. Seriously. The first day she was born, all I could see was her daddy's face, her daddy's color, her daddy's everything. Except for my nose that I saw in her. And so when she opened her eyes and she was like the following morning and I saw her, I'm like, okay, I think you have my eyes as well. And then for the first time, she smiled after a couple of weeks. She smiled. Then I saw that, oh, she's got dimples. So I said, okay, now I can see a little bit of me in you. So the journey has been amazing so far. And it's so good to have families and friends with you. The first week, my younger sister came to take care of me to help me out because that was like the toughest week for me because of the epidural. During the CS process, I didn't feel any pain at all. Everything, was fine. I didn't feel any pain. But when I was discharged and I got home, during the healing time, that was like the toughest time. I cannot get up, I can't do anything. My husband and my sister were there with me, helping me through. I can only, hold my baby and breastfeed my baby. That's the only thing I could do at that time. I'll be sharing more about postpartum in the next video, hopefully. So let me not delve too much into that. But this has been my birth experience. I would say it's so good to have family and friends with you, and it's amazing when you see your baby's face for the very first time. It's breathtaking. It's a magical moment that no word can really describe how I felt at that time because it was precious. It was so precious. There are a few things I want to share with you if you are expecting and if you are in your final months and it's almost time for you to have your baby. For me, I was so scared because I knew that back in my home country, some people do die when they go into labor. So I was so scared. But what I want to tell you is don't be scared. You should rather be optimistic, be open-minded, and pray as well because I was praying all through the process and all through the time because I'm a Christian. I don't know what religion you belong to, but whatever it is, pray. It helps. Staying positive helps a lot. This is not the time for you to start entertaining fear, but just be positive minded, be open minded, and when the time comes, make the choice and decision that best helps you and your baby, decision that makes you and your baby come home. I know some people would say, no, let's continue the induction because I definitely want to have the baby naturally and I don't want to go for a CS. Such decisions will cause delay and could be very deadly. So when you are in labor, even though you have your rights to make choices and decisions as to what kind of birth you have, make sure that the decision you're making is the decision that will bring your baby and yourself home. That's the advice I want to give. So don't entertain fear. Just be positive, be open minded, and enjoy the moments. Because for me, I enjoyed the moment. I even forgot to even take videos or forget it. I just I enjoyed the moment. I really enjoyed the moment. I was just having fun, enjoying my husband's support and his crazy jokes, laughing. It was after the baby came that I could not laugh anymore because I had to hold myself. I can't do stuffs, I can't bend down. I just have to be extremely careful so that the incision doesn't open. So it was fun. So if you are out there and it's almost time for your delivery, all I can tell you is that be open minded. Whatever procedure will bring you and your baby home should be the procedure you should go with. Okay? I'm not promoting a C-section, no, but that is what has saved myself and my baby's life. So I appreciate that so much. So that was it. After 2 days, we were discharged and we went home and we started the process of healing. So, this brings me to the end of my story. Thanks you, my subscribers. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your subscription. I really appreciate that so much. Keep watching this channel because there's going to be a lot more videos coming. If you are new here, I welcome you to join this amazing family by subscribing to this channel and also clicking on the notification bell so that anytime a new video is up, you will be notified. And leave a nice comment down there for me to come back to respond to you. Do you have a question? Anything you want to share? Please feel free to share it down there. Is there any specific video you want me to do? I'm waiting for your comments down there. Thank you all so much for your time, and I'll see you in my next video. We say bye.